The Last Kings of the Mara. A 3,000-word story of King Scarface and Morani. The sun had not yet risen over the Maasai Mara, but a soft orange glow brushed gently against the endless golden grasslands. The air was still. The savannah waited, almost sensing that the world would soon witness the rise of two lions whose names would one day echo across nations. Scarface and Morani had not yet become legends. Not yet. But destiny was already shaping them, like unseen hands carving royalty from raw stone. Scarface was already awake. Even as a young lion, his eyes were intense, an amber fire burning inside. He stood atop a termite mound, a princely silhouette against the pale dawn. He was broad-shouldered, deep-chested, and even though his mane was still growing, every animal instinctively understood this was a lion born to rule. Not far away, Morani slept under the shade of a lone acacia tree. His breathing was calm, controlled, steady. If Scarface was fire, Morani was earth, silent, patient, and solid. Where Scarface had an intimidating aura, Morani had a noble calmness, a gentle strength that came from deep inside. They were brothers in every way that mattered, not by blood, but by fate. As the first rays of sunlight broke across the Mara, the two lions slowly made their way toward each other, meeting at their favorite lookout point. Scarface stretched. Morani yawned. No words were spoken, but their bond was unbreakable. And together, they scanned their kingdom. The Mara was vast, filled with life and danger. Herds of zebra grazed quietly near the river. Hyenas lurked in the bushes, watching for weakness. And far in the distance, a rival pride roared, a deep, thunderous sound that made birds take flight. Scarface stood proudly at the sound. Morani simply flicked his tail, already analyzing the direction and the threat. This was the beginning of their dynasty. As months passed, the two brothers grew into fearsome lions. Alongside their other coalition members, Sikio and Hunter, they formed the legendary Mara Musketeers. But Scarface and Morani were the heart of the coalition. They trained, hunted, fought, and ruled together. Scarface earned his name during a brutal battle with a rival male. As he lunged to protect his coalition, a vicious claw tore through his right eye, leaving a deep mark across his face. Blood poured down his cheek as he roared, not in pain, but in defiance. Hyenas scattered, rivals fled. Even the wind seemed to pause in fear. Morani stood by him throughout the night. The wound was terrible, and Scarface's right eyelid drooped forever afterward. But instead of weakening him, the injury made him more terrifying. From that day, Scarface was not just a lion. He was a living symbol of raw power and unbreakable will. When Scarface walked, prey froze. When Scarface stared, other lions bowed their heads. He became a king with a face carved by battle. Morani, on the other hand, became the strategist. He never fought recklessly. Every move he made was precise. Every battle was calculated. While Scarface's name spread through the Mara like a storm, Morani's reputation spread quietly. A lion of unmatched intelligence, patience, and leadership. When Scarface roared, the ground trembled. When Morani surveyed the horizon, enemies vanished. Together, they were unstoppable. One evening, the Mara sky burned purple as thunderclouds rolled in. Wildebeest crowded nervously along the riverbank, sensing a predator nearby. Scarface and Morani hid in the tall grass, planning a hunt, but something felt off. The wind carried a scent, foreign, threatening. A rival coalition. 6 large males appeared from the north. Their roars shook the plains. They were younger, faster, hungry for territory. Scarface stepped forward, his mane rippling like dark lightning. But Morani placed a paw on his shoulder, not to stop him, but to tell him he wasn't alone. That night, under flashes of lightning, the battle began. Scarface charged first, his roar splitting the sky. He slammed into the largest rival like a wall of muscle. Morani leapt into the fray with perfect timing, targeting the weaker lions to separate them. Teeth clashed, claws slashed, bodies collided. The storm above mirrored the war below. Scarface fought like a beast possessed. Even with one drooping eye, he moved with terrifying precision. But the rivals were many, and exhaustion crept over him. Morani saw Scarface stumble. With a thunderous snarl, Morani came between his brother and the attacking males, taking a brutal strike to his flank but refusing to fall. Together, with Sikio and Hunter's help, they pushed the invaders back. By dawn, the rivals had fled, bloodied, beaten, and humiliated. The Mara belonged to Scarface and Morani once again. Years passed. Scars appeared on their bodies like medals of war. Yet their reign only grew stronger. They fathered dozens of cubs. Prides flourished under their protection. Their roars ruled the grasslands and echoed through valleys. Their names spread beyond Africa into documentaries, magazines, and hearts around the world. But time, silent and undefeated, began its slow march. Scarface aged faster. His powerful muscles softened. His movements grew stiff. The king who once ran like a storm now walked with a limp. His mane turned darker, heavier. Yet his pride remained unbroken. Every morning, he climbed a small hill just to watch the sunrise over the land he had conquered. Morani stayed close, never leaving his side. While Scarface grew old, Morani matured into a lion of incredible strength. His mane grew thick and golden, and he eventually became known as the last king of the Mara. But even at his peak, Morani never overshadowed Scarface. Respect, loyalty, and brotherhood kept them bound tighter than blood. One dry season, when the grass was brittle and the rivers shrank, Scarface wandered farther than usual. Morani sensed something wrong. He followed his brother's tracks through thorny bushes and along the riverbeds until he found Scarface resting under a lone tree. Scarface lifted his head slowly. His breathing was shallow. His once bright eyes had dimmed. Morani walked closer, pressing his forehead gently against Scarface's. It was their way of speaking without words. Scarface closed his good eye, his body finally giving in to the long years of battles, hunts, injuries, and victories. As the golden sun set that evening, King Scarface, the lion, falling back to the onslaught, survived the battles, looking at the legend of his own last battle. Morani stayed with raised cubs, and kept rival males at bay. His mane grew even thicker with age, and his presence alone sent fear into enemies. No matter how powerful he became, he always carried a quiet sadness, the memory of the lion remained in his thoughts. Even in old age, Morani continued climbing Scarface's favorite hill every sunrise. He would sit there, watching the flames, as if sharing the morning with his fallen brother. Seasons changed, riverbeds shifted, new lion coalitions rose. But Morani survived them all. He lived longer than any of his brothers, outlasting generations. Not by brutality, not by fire,